Yeah.
And now I finally get to.
There you
Ooh.
This one's the only one you didn't take.
I did not take that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh wait. What is this?
What
That's
app
my
is
hinge.
that?
Oh, that's his hinge. Oh, okay. I was like, what's up? I was like, what's this text? I thought it was the
Wait,
Google.
That's my Facebook.
Hell yeah.
And here's my
So-
Instagram.
I'm all of
Hold up. I gotta show you my Instagram now.
I'm all of your personal social media photographers. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fifth Line Podcast. We're back this week. We got some fun stuff, some not so fun stuff, and some stuff in between. That's like it's sort of fun, but like it's kind of not. It's a little, a little uncomfortable at times. But we'll get into all that in just a second. Just a heads up for next week. We're not going to be having an episode because we are all going to be in the same place for once, and it's going to be not where I have my computer. So that's why we're not going to be having an episode. But yeah, we're all heading up north, and we're gonna get some pond hockey in. Actually, some lake hockey.
Lake hockey.
Some lake hockey in, as long as everything goes according to plan.
Which it sounds like it will, but
hopefully
we'll get to that.
Hopefully. So yeah, no episode, and also Sunday night is the Super Bowl. So I think probably 3 or 4 of us will be watching that. I know I am, and I'm sure Nick will. But
I don't even know if I will,
yeah.
but I'm honestly gonna watch Olympics over that.
I mean, I probably would too, but we're going to a
Super Bowl party.
Just a little one.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no episode next week, but later on we're gonna be getting another hopefully another vlog if my camera cooperates.
It's not. I don't think it's going to be quite as cold
Yeah,
as it
that was
last time around.
That was the real problem. It wasn't the camera. It was part of it was the.
It was literally
battery,
like -10 and no batteries, like -10.
Yeah, the battery died quick, and also my hands didn't like it.
Yeah,
when they had to be out holding the camera, but yeah. So this time it's gonna be hopefully a lot better. It's gonna be some beautiful views at.
We're gonna have some little
Lake
pond hockey
Chateaugay.
nets, eh?
And we're going to have a nice pond hockey net of Nick's creation. Right, Nick?
Yes.
Or Nick's parents' creation. Nick's dad.
I was gonna do it, but
do we have 2 or do we have 1?
One.
Are we gonna do full-size nets too?
Probably not.
I guess we end up playing a pickup game. Just do the like basketball pickup rules. Just take it out to half and
Yeah. That's what I figured.
Yeah.
I only have 6 people anyway, so well,
I'm bringing 5.
7.
We got 7. So I'll be the commentator.
No, someone's just gonna have to play shorthanded. That's all right.
Just do me, Mike, and Aaron, and then the rest.
What about me, Mike, and Eric versus the world?
No, because we have to have one of that 3 on the other team.
What about me and Nick versus the world? Me and Nick got that.
That's a choice.
You and me, buddy.
This?
We will win.
5-on-2.
What about the odd man out plays is strictly on offense? So the defense is always a little bit shorthanded, so it increases offensive productivity. Okay. So it's a fun time.
Look at that. Look at this. This guy should be playing in the All-Star game.
That'd be great. I hope we'll talk about that at some point.
We will talk about that. Okay. But as I like to do on this show, we're gonna get the shite out of the way quickly.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk. If you guys didn't see, the Blackhawks aren't done yet this year doing their thing. So
they just keep finding ways.
Toss it over to Benny.
So for those who don't know, the Blackhawks, I don't know what night it was this week. It was like Tuesday, Wednesday, somewhere. It was some weekday this week. They held like this. They called it a town hall, like press conference type thing, where they like specifically invited media to come and like do the whole question like and everything. And they had, I think, Eddie Olczyk as a moderator, like kind of operating it first, like doing all the softball-y questions, and then they threw it to media. And then when they threw it to media, I'm not sure if they didn't expect them to ask about Kyle Beach, but as soon as they did, specifically Mark Lazarus, because this I think is the first time the Wirtzes have been like in public doing an interview since the Jenner and Block report back in November.
It's the first time they've faced questions.
Yeah,
of any kind.
Never.
So,
They have
like,
never faced questions.
Yeah, that's the
Oh,
thing.
really?
Right. No.
Well,
If you
I
listen
mean,
to
I think they
FTP,
did
I don't
during that
think they
the
did.
original report. I think they said. I mean, they
I don't
said
think they
some
did.
stuff. Whatever. They made an appearance, like still not great, but then yeah, since then have not done anything. And then I don't know what Rocky Wirtz. So Mark Lazarus, who's a very well-known athletic writer. I think before that he had covered the Chicago team with a few Chicago area newspapers. He had written a book on specifically the 2010 run, which he then like came out after, and like because the book was obviously pretty praising and like but he came out after and was like, yeah, I kind of feel like shit writing this book now after knowing. But that's getting off topic. He asked, so like we know what happened with Kyle Beach stemmed from like a position where like a coach that had a position of power over a player took advantage of that, and that what happened. What are you guys doing now to prevent that from happening in the future? And Rocky Wirtz was like, we're not talking about what happened in 2010. We think the report speaks for itself. The Jenner and Block report speaks for itself, and we're moving forward. And then Mark Lazarus was like, I'm not asking about 2010. I'm asking about what you've done to make sure this doesn't happen again. And he's like, and we've said our stuff. And he's like, literally just got pissed automatically. Yeah. And I'm just like, like that's your first reaction, like about this subject where your organization completely fucked over a guy is the conversation's over. We're done. We're not talking about it. And then the thing that got shared around, I think a little less than the Mark Lazarus one, was after that went down in a tire fire, which actually of note, his son, Danny Wirtz, like halfway through, like was like, oh, we actually are doing a lot of things. And then Rocky Wirtz cut him off and he was like, no, that's none of your business. And like Mark Lazarus literally said, it's not my business. And he's like, no, it's not. You're not in the company. You're like, okay, it's our business because like you clearly failed once. So we need to know what you're doing to like not fail again in protecting a player. And so that happened. And then a separate Chicago reporter, I don't remember. Phillips is somewhere in his name. I think that's his last name. Tried desperately to ask a follow-up question to it and kept getting shouted down by Rocky Wirtz and not allowed to really ask a question. At one point he was like, can I finish my question? Whatever. And he never really did until he was like, all right, fuck it. Whatever. I'll ask this question about like, I think it was something along the lines of, fans are worried about being like worried about their ticket prices or whatever, and like the product
resale
on the ice
value
isn't like and Rocky Wirtz were like, yes, that's a fine question. Gene can answer that.
Somebody
question.
else can answer that one.
And I'm just like, oh fuck, I don't know.
Well, the big thing. Well, I think he's got to be done, and the big thing is that it's his son that's like taking over.
He should just like he should have the reins now.
So I think he will. I think he will. But
yeah,
we'll have to wait and see.
I just like Ben. You say like I don't know. Like let's like we all do know. It's he needs to leave, and the Blackhawks just need to answer these questions moving forward for any of our faith to be restored, like in the franchise.
Yeah,
I honestly, just please. If I am a player and I get drafted by the Blackhawks or I get traded to the Blackhawks, like, I don't know how the players feel. I wonder. I wouldn't feel good about it at all.
And then fucking Wayne Gretzky on TNT comes out and like, that's big. That is a big thing to happen for him being Wayne Gretzky to say that on the new NHL TV partners broadcast, like the combo of that is like, that's a big thing to have happen. And I don't know. And then Gary Bettman comes out and he's like, oh, I think Rocky was just being emotional. And I'm like, okay, all right. Like the thing is they put on the event. Like they were like, yes, media, come to this and ask us questions about like how we're doing. Right. You know, this is going to get asked about. or if you don't, then what the fuck? Like, what are you? I mean, they probably did because Danny seemed to have like an answer ready to go and like just was shouted down by his dad. But like the fucking franchise, I don't know. I don't know.
Yep. I also don't know. Also, just of note, you can go to a Blackhawks game for is it $8, $8
$8.
That is
Yeah,
wild.
That
$8.
is cheaper than the Buffalo Sabres, ladies and gentlemen.
That's cheaper than a beer in their own rink.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what
That too.
SDPN was saying. Yeah, cheaper than a beer in there.
That's pretty bad.
And then I just shared it before we got on here. I shared it to the Twitter. They literally posted a thing on their Twitter. It was like a PRE article that they apparently interviewed Peter Chiarelli in their GM search for some fucking reason.
Oh my, yeah, you just shared. Oh, Ben, I was eating soup as you shared that, and that made me angry.
Why him?
The soup came out of his nose.
I don't.
That was.
They're just.
They seem to not be able to do anything correctly, is what it seems to be happening.
They're on a rough streak, that's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
We'll
I just
see.
I don't fucking get
all
it.
right. Going forward to end this segment. Going forward, it's like it can't get any worse than this, and then it does, and like at some point it's gonna start to get better, and I really hope that starts with Danny Wirtz and the removal of Rocky Wirtz. That'd be a great place.
He very
to start.
clearly needs to move aside. Like
Yeah.
yeah.
But is it clear to him? Definitely not.
No. He's an angry old rich man who's
Definitely
like, why
not.
aren't all my problems going away? I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't
Hey
love
guys,
him.
on the lighter side of things, I did want to bring this up. I didn't put it in the outline, but I went to my first Isles game at UBS.
That's right.
How was that, Eric?
And
it was an
my
Islanders
goodness,
win, so like
my goodness, sorry, Nick. But UBS is fantastic. I was blown away. I think it's just I was blown away for multiple reasons. The first reason, obviously, is that it all is very nice. The second reason is that I grew up going to Nassau Coliseum before it was redone, which it got the name the Old Barn for a reason. It was like
I'm still sad I never saw a game there. But
yeah, it's man, it was fun. It was fun. You sit when you were in the bleeders at Nassau Coliseum. The way it was designed, there was an overhang, so you couldn't even see the scoreboard. It was just like it was just everything about it. There was just all these things that were.
It seemed like it had such a vibe, though. Like
yes, exactly.
It's always seemed like such a good goddamn time. But anyway, the new rink.
Yeah, no, the new rink is absolutely beautiful. And it has 2 levels. It has bathrooms everywhere, so it's not overcrowded when you're walking everywhere. Everything is super clean and new. The seats, there's not a bad seat in the house. I know at Barclays there'd be kind of some weird sections where like there were a lot of bad seats. And like it doesn't feel Barclays felt very steep when you were up high and like you were kind of like, locked into your seats. And UBS is spread out. It just doesn't feel as like crowded to me. It's
Nice.
Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. It
Hopefully
was
get
such a fun time.
Hopefully we can get to one at some point. That'd be fun.
And so that's the good thing. If you guys come down here towards the end of the season, tickets will probably be like $20 because the Islanders probably ain't making the playoffs.
No way,
Hey,
man.
who knows?
No way they'll be $20.
I have not given up hope on the Islanders yet.
They still could do it. It's just
They're gonna have to be shit hot to like do anything. But like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What?
I have faith in them.
So they scored the Isles. It was what 4-1 was it?
It was 4-1. Yeah.
How loud did it get for goals? I know it was.
Got pretty loud.
It was a week. It was a weeknight, was it?
Tuesday night. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So maybe not as much crowd, but how was that?
Yeah. So it got pretty loud. Definitely not as much crowd, and I think obviously it's because of how they're playing this season. Also, it's kind of that awkward Tuesday night game. My dad and I had people to the left of us, but other than that, most of our row was empty. I mean, we're up in like the bleeders, but it was loud. It's nothing like, I don't know, like just from, I know I'm not in the building, but hearing Isles fan the playoffs, like again, especially against like Tampa Bay in that last game, and just like against Boston, nothing will beat that. But UBS gets pretty loud. I could imagine if you fill that place up for a playoff game, Oh, that's
Yeah.
going to be an incredible atmosphere. Absolutely incredible. But it was just, and the other thing too, like it's against Ottawa. Like Islander fans don't like. There's no rivalry there.
Yeah, there's
like
nothing
knowing people in
there.
Ottawa jerseys are like just walking around. It's like I'm not gonna like crash. It's
Yeah.
like the Penguins. If someone has a Crosby jersey, you probably gotta watch out. if
I
you're
wouldn't get
UBS.
banished if I walked in there with a Senators jersey.
What if,
Oh.
what if
I
I
feel
walked
like
in
that's the
with
same with the Habs.
Yes.
The only teams that are gonna do that to each other are the Habs and the Bruins.
no.
Yeah, Leafs fans aren't that loved.
Yeah, Leafs fans. Honest, dude, you're telling me after the last 2 postseasons, you're telling me I could walk in there with a Bolts jersey and not
So you know what's
come on this
funny?
Oh,
shit end of
you'd
some
hear
stuff?
something. You'd hear
You know what's
something.
funny?
Yeah.
You'd hear something, but I feel like that's a big playoff rivalry. Like I feel like during once the tensions from those series wore off, like it's kind of like
Because
Yeah.
they're separate
like-
divisions.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Like, dude, if you walk in there in a Tampa jersey, but there's there's a group of Ranger fans in front of you, the Ranger fans are the ones getting torn apart, not you.
True. I'll use them
No.
as a shield.
If it was the playoffs and you walked into UBS with a Tampa jersey, God bless. God bless, man.
Oh yeah,
That's a bold move.
that's right.
But yeah, it was fantastic. I got a Labatt Blue.
Oh,
Labatt,
nice,
yeah.
nice Canadian.
Fucking classic.
$16 for a tall one.
Oh,
It was one of the tall ones. One of the tall ones. So it was all right at the Bell Center. I was comparing it. Like they give you a cup. It's not a tall boy.
I think it's a
cup.
20-ounce cup,
It's a
though.
big-ass
big
cup.
cup.
Is it a 20?
pretty big cup, yeah.
Pretty sure.
What would the tall one be? Would it be 24?
I got tall boys that were 24 ounces,
Yeah.
I
But
got-
it's like
I would get that.
13 Canadian, I think.
which is just
Oh,
like
okay.
12,
Like
11
11.
American.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little
So like
cheaper.
when
But
you
they
compare
own
that,
it.
like it's yeah.
Yeah, that is the thing. They literally own the brewery they serve.
But like I don't know, for food prices and beer prices, like at UBS, like yes, it's pricey, but yes, it's like any other arena. I don't know.
Yeah,
It wasn't
no,
like
no.
oh
yeah, it's arena
dang,
beer.
so-
It's
yeah,
gonna
it's
be
arena beer.
expensive. Yeah.
So, and the food, they have a lot of food everywhere.
Nice.
Tons
Nachos?
of different food. Nachos. They had
They got
have
wieners?
like pulled pork. They have
Pulled
wieners.
pork.
They have burgers. Pulled pork, brisket. It's
Dude, I'm
it's
getting
crazy.
pulled pork when I
Yeah, that's what I got. It was delicious.
Holy.
And it's cashless. If you go,
Okay.
listeners, if you go to UBS, it's cashless. Don't bother bringing cash.
I
I'll
never
card.
carry cash anymore anyway.
I
yeah,
do when I
really.
get it for Christmas, which I got recently. So
Yeah.
But no, yeah, it was a fantastic experience. I know it's not the team segment yet. I'll get into that. But
Yeah,
UBS, what a time it was. I had a blast. I hope we all get to go together. That would
Hell
be
yeah.
so much fun.
we got it. We're gonna have to try that at some point because I gotta go
Yes.
and I gotta get an Isles hat from the store.
Oh yeah, There you go.
Yeah. Well, that sounds fun.
yeah.
I definitely wanna try and get that. We gotta go to a game at some point here, all 4 of us, just at somewhere.
No,
Yeah.
it's
Buffalo.
wild. It's coming.
Buffalo,
It's,
yeah, we're Buffalo.
I am 21 days away from having not been to the Bell Center in 2 years, which is weird as
Wow.
fuck.
That's pretty weird. Are they
It's
doing a?
very strange?
Are you
for
gonna
me.
be able to go in for the skating party?
Oh, I have no fucking clue. I don't know what's going on in Quebec right now. There's been so many different changes in COVID regulations. They haven't played with fans in so long. I don't know what's going on there. I'm probably not going to get to a game until next season again.
Knock on wood, dude.
because even if I can this season, like,
Do you want to?
why? Like, yeah,
Why? Why? So you can meet Michael Pizzetta.
Oh,
if there was an off chance
Come
that would
on, man.
happen, maybe.
Yep.
But yeah, no, I don't know. It's sad. I'm mostly just sad about the Habs right now. But
all right.
Nick
well,
Suzuki went to the All-Star game and it was fun.
yes, he did. He did. That he did. And let's go to the All-Star. The All-Star.
Brought the
game.
All-Star energy with like probably one of
Oh,
my favorite
yeah.
All-Star game jerseys.
The All-Star threads. That's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good one.
It's a good one. I think it must have been in Dallas with this.
The star, yeah. That's
Yeah,
actually kind of
I'm
cool
thinking.
because that was their fucking jersey. It was like
They
modeled
need
after
to bring
their
it back.
jersey.
Still
They
should
need
be.
to bring it back. Yep.
When they wore those before, I think wasn't it Zubov got his number
Yes.
retired?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they wore those for warm-ups. Oh,
Warmies.
fucking clean as hell.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
those
hope
were
they
nice.
go back to them. Ooh, hope they go back to them.
I think they should. I don't think they should go back to them. We're getting off topic.
Anyway, the All-Star game this weekend.
Yeah.
Feelings, guys.
I didn't watch the game.
me and Nick watched the skills competition together, and
Let's
then
start there. Let's
I
start there.
I
The
saw
skills
the game.
competition.
I'm not gonna lie, everything other than like Zegras, I was bored as hell for most of that.
So there are a few things that I was entertained by. I liked the hardest shot because it was nice and quick. There was only 4
Yeah,
people
that's
doing
always
it. They just did it
that's
quick.
always a good one.
Cool to see how fast
Like,
they shoot it. I didn't think
yeah.
Pellick was gonna get to 101 or whatever he did.
I did not think Tom
102,
Wilson had the slap
102.
shot he had. I did not think Wilson had the slap shot he had because he got to 101 or somewhere
Yeah.
around there, right?
Yeah, well,
So I think. Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
no, I was just the Tom Wilson. Maybe he doesn't show it a lot, but he's all a slap shot is just mechanics and physics, and that's a big bastard.
Yeah, he does have a lot of weight to put it
He's a
behind
big
it.
guy.
Yeah, he does have a lot of weight there. Yeah.
But yeah, you're Adam Pellick, his first
Adam
All-Star
Pellick,
game.
102. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I was just laughing to myself. I'm like, look at that. The Islanders finishing behind Tampa Bay yet again. But no, yeah. I mean, you just look. Hedman is he's. I didn't know he's 240. They said he's 6'6",
That's
240.
It's a big he's a big bastard as well.
The fact that he can even skate as well as he does is just like against the laws of physics.
Because he's not slow.
No, he's quite fast. But yeah, no. Well, I kind of thought he was gonna maybe bring it home just because I sent you guys the post where in game he got 99.9 miles an hour on a slap shot. So I was
that's
like,
insane because that's with everything going on around. Like in game is a lot harder than just like walking up to a puck.
Yeah. So I was like, he might have this.
Yeah, Adam Pellick. No, he definitely. Yeah, I was like, wow, he's pretty big, but he's like, it's just so funny. He's the most unassuming looking guy, Adam Pellick. He has like a little bald spot up top.
I gotta be honest.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
I think he needs to just lean into it.
Yes,
And just go like Bruce Willis, The Rock, just shave it up.
So Matt Barzell, this was funny. Speaking of this, the skills competition, Matt Barzell, after it was over, shared a screenshot of Pellick taking that shot, and he was just like 102 miles per hour, and he tagged Ryan Pollock in it, and he's like, Ryan Pollock must have just shed a tear. That was pretty funny.
Doesn't Pollock kind of have a rifle?
No, Pollock is the one who can really shoot the puck, and it's funny. He's a line mate with Pellick, right? So Pellick's usually the one passing to him, but now everyone's like, hey. Maybe you should pass it. You should pass it back to Pellick now. Yeah, pass it the
now
other
there's
way.
2 weapons on that back end.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Bring back the point shot on the power play. I want to see it. That was like my favorite. It's completely ineffective right now. Like because I watched the Habs do it to no avail but like I don't know. I always loved it when it used to be a thing. Point shots that would go like top corner.
Oh yeah,
a beautiful thing. I know it's not effective anymore. Believe me, I watched Shea Weber try it for 2 years to no avail.
It's not effective when you don't know how to do it, like Hedman and all these Tampa Bay. Jan Ruda scored so many goals from the point.
That's true.
Because they just know how to do it.
Because there's
an art to it.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's not trying to kill it.
Yeah.
It's you pick a spot and you just fire it in there.
Yeah.
The Habs' main issue was they had one thing they did on the power play, and that was pass it to Shea Weber.
Then have him slam it.
And eventually people were like, hey, they pass it to him every time.
Send it through the net. Through the goalie.
Not a lot of people want to get in front of that. Which
that's also true.
Maybe. But all right, we're off topic anyway.
That's I mean,
All-Star game.
What's the episode?
Competition.
Is it an actual 5th line episode if we don't end up off topic?
That's a good
gotta have tangents, baby.
Skills competition. So I was telling you guys this. I was after the skills competition, like you have these events, and before we get into the Vegas themed events, right? So you have the best player in the world, Connor McDavid, there, and he gets his uniform on and he skates around a rink one time, and then he goes home.
So I didn't. Yeah. I was at work as I was watching it, so I didn't see like all of it. Did he not do any of the like breakaway shit? He didn't do any of the like.
He shot one time. He shot one time
where it was like the save streak.
Yeah. Oh my god, no, he didn't.
So yeah, right.
Because he was on the team that
they had an
extra skater.
Yeah.
And then what was it?
So he was the one that sat.
Timo Meyer, he shot, and the goalie saved it.
I forgot.
And then McDavid didn't even get a chance to shoot, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
That's annoying.
I was thinking that I didn't say it out loud. Obviously, but we were like,
I forgot about that.
Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. That event wasn't the
Only the
breakaway challenge.
NHL.
That was
Yeah, no, that was
the
just the
goalie
save streak.
That was the
Yeah.
which is cool,
I
but
actually liked it. Yeah.
like, how it's the All-Star game and you're just gonna follow the rules? Like McDavid should just take the puck and just go because it's fun.
Yeah.
And like, so like,
Also,
that-
he didn't participate in the breakaway challenge either, right?
Okay, so yeah, the perfect segue. Here's the thing about the breakaway challenge. Do you remember when we used to watch that when we were kids, and
Yeah.
players would go rapid fire back and forth, and then at the end they would bring out like their big event or do something funny?
Yeah.
The entire breakaway challenge, we saw Trevor Zegras, Jack Hughes, Petrangelo. Who else?
Petrangelo's wasn't even
Kaprizov?
that good.
Kaprizov, yeah,
Kaprizov.
Kaprizov.
Alex
But
DeBrincat.
hold on one sec before we get into that, Ben. Like, how many players? 5?
It was
Yes,
5.
Alex.
And,
So we saw 5 shots,
and
and
no,
it took 25 minutes to do.
and not only that, the only one that actually did a hockey
Did-
thing was
yeah.
Zegras.
Was he?
Yeah.
Other than like Jack Hughes
That was cool.
with the little mini
It
Hughes,
was
which
fun.
was cool.
Like, it was fun.
Oh yeah,
And,
but like
Like,
But it easily should have been Zegras.
The only
And
one that-
apparently, I didn't know this, but like betting markets allowed you to bet on that competition.
oh wow,
oh,
wow,
Which-
oh dear, oh
Which-
dear,
Yeah, especially when
Ah.
John Hamm like gives out a bullshit
a
score
19, and then they take
and they
it.
counted that.
and they count it.
That's some
They
bullshit.
counted
Bro.
that.
That's some
Like the
bullshit.
Petrangelo shit wasn't even that good. It was like
It was the
but, like,
least entertaining of all of them.
John Hamm's literally a St. Louis Blues fan,
Mhm.
and it's probably besties with Alex Petrangelo
I'm
because they
sure.
literally high fived after he did his breakaway.
I know. And then you see after that, the girl who did the interviewing is there with Hughes and Zegras, and she's like, "I'm pretty sure I'm here with the winner and the runner-up." No, actually, no, I'm not. Like, what?
It should have been.
Should have been.
Yes, should have been.
hey guys, shout out real quick. That's AJ Malesko. She does MSG broadcast for the Islanders.
Hey,
She's the
okay,
best.
cool.
You know what?
Um,
I'll get into it later.
all right, hold on though. See, all right. Listen. All that stuff is like I agree with all you guys, but like again, like just the fundamentals of the event. Why did I only get to see Trevor Zegras shoot once? I want to see him take 5 breakaways and do something fun on
He
offense.
technically
Like-
wasn't even an all-star.
No,
He
oh,
wasn't. Yeah, he literally just came for the skills comp,
But
which
still,
is
why not?
also. I don't.
I like that. I don't mind having them bring certain people
Oh no,
for the skills.
bringing
and
extra
then-
that sure, but like he also could have just come for like he would have made sense. Although
Yes.
Troy Terry's going the fuck off, so
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta pick and choose.
So like when I watched this, I was looking back and I remember the events. Remembering you used to do the race where you'd stick handle through the pucks and then you'd have to like
Yeah.
you
They had fun shit.
Like they should do that again because that's what shows up to me in an all-star game. It's a skills competition, right? So hockey players have specific skills to their sport that other people will watch and go, wow, that's crazy. I can't believe they're doing that. Like how fast they skate, like how they stop, like how they stick handle. So show those things off.
Also,
Like,
I
it
remember
doesn't-
the breakaway competition used to be way fucking better.
Oh yeah.
And I think I vaguely remember it used to be a thing that got voted on because I remember a couple of years where
Yes.
Ovi did some cool shit.
Like fan
Like
voting?
it was literally like, yeah, I remember the broadcast being
Mhm.
like, all right, get out your
Oh.
computer, like vote for whatever the fuck. And like, I don't know, I feel like they used to be so much more iconic because I distinctly remember Ovi like being the one that was like the first one to do the like put your stick down, get the puck onto your stick, and he like twirled around and like put it on, and like he missed, but literally everybody was like, "What the fuck? You can do that?" Like, because it was like 08 or something. It was way back when, and like everybody was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah.
I don't know. I might just be nostalgic, but I feel like it used to
No.
be better.
It's the same as wait one. Nick was about to say something just before all that. Nick, I don't know if you remember what you were gonna say, but he does not.
Kind of. So I don't know if you guys know when NFL did the Pro Bowl stuff, and they changed how they do shit too. But they used to do like your quarterback. You have all your quarterbacks throw the farthest down the field, so you can do that. Or their receivers would do like an obstacle course type thing where they got to catch a ball and go run and do this and that, and then like run through like the like the the football training things where it's like the pads and you have to run.
Yeah,
Yep.
Something like that. So it's like, I'm pretty sure hockey did something similar. Maybe not. I'm remembering like back in the day, Patrick Kane used to do fucking stick handling shit.
Yeah.
Do the pucks. Yeah, they line the pucks up.
Yeah.
And then like
the
they got to do like I have two gripes about the All-Star weekend. Them taking events like that. Okay, actually have like a skills challenge. Like do a bunch of shit. Set up some like obstacles that they have to do, like saucer pass it into one of those mini nets.
That
Like,
was events
part of-
several times in the past.
Yeah, he's saying they need to
That's
bring him back.
happened.
No, I'm not saying
Oh.
do that. I'm saying do a bunch of other stuff and make it like a skills challenge, not just a saucer pass. Okay, done.
Like
I
the
hate it.
outside thing,
You know
like
what I mean?
the
Yeah.
thing on the
Yeah.
on the pond.
I didn't.
The other
love
thing is,
the fountain one.
I
or the
watched the
cards
Pro
one,
Bowl.
but
So I watched the Pro Bowl stuff today, and I was like, wow, this is more entertaining than what I watched at the NFL or NHL stuff.
Yep.
I'm like, Mike and I talked about it too. They have to bring in the personalities that they have doing their commentating
It's
are
awful.
not good enough.
It's
like,
awful,
they're
man.
not great.
And we had the conversation at his place. We were like, he even said, Mike said it.
They
He was
fix
like,
it
they
in
need to
one
have
move.
Spit and Chicklets. Like if you could have the guys from Spit and Chicklets host that shit, and jaw jacking
Now
these
I
guys'
know-
ears the whole night.
I know that you aren't a fan, Ben,
I don't love the spit and chicklets,
but they're entertaining, and
it
they
would be
will.
better than whatever the fuck we've been getting.
You know who
forever.
we had talking to the players in the when they were outside. We had the host of Canadian Family Feud.
Who was it?
And you
I don't
could
even
tell,
remember.
I
like,
don't know, but it was the host of Canadian Family Feud.
But like none of the guys wanted to talk to him. Like the guy would say something to him stupid. He would say something dumb to the guys in their ear, and then they'd be like, "Yeah," or like,
Literally get the fucking bar down guys
Or the bar
TSN.
down guys. That would be
Yeah.
fine
Yeah.
too.
No, I'm just saying some sort of
Literally,
alternate personality. Like the NFL had Randy Moss, an extra wide receiver who was like a flamboyant guy back when he played in the league. So he's like a big personality, right? So it's like you got to bring somebody in to do it like that. Having Mark Messier and Steve Levy and Chris Chelios sit in a box and talk. It's like, okay, they're good, but like this isn't entertaining me. They're just talking to them. Like I don't care.
You're right. I agree. That's a big thing. I mean that alone, right, Nick, would just like, even though the events were kind of like if it was at least entertaining in that regard, I think people might be like, oh, at least I'm going to keep this on. I'm not going to change the channel.
Right.
I don't know. The All-Star game's been rough for a long time. And I think the one time they kind of nailed it was when they were still doing team formats and then they did the drafts. Those years were fun.
Yes,
like
were
when they
so
did
much fun.
I loved those. Those
So it
were a
was-
good time.
It was like a mix of East and West against each other.
I haven't been feeling I don't know. I haven't been feeling, we don't need a whole fucking tournament. Just do, because they're not going to give a shit either way. So let's not do the whole like,
Yeah.
all right, like just do the game, do the one game. It didn't need to be changed. I don't think.
Do you stick with 3 versus 3-on-3, or do you change it to a 1 game 5-on-5 again?
I'm honestly good with them going back to that.
I'd be okay
Yeah.
with that too.
Me too. Definitely.
The 3-on-3 is
'Cause-
exciting, but it's
Literally the 1 year of 3-on-3 that everybody loved was the John Scott year, and that was just
Yeah.
because of him. So like, I don't know.
yeah. It could be done better, but will it? Probably not. We'll have
No,
to wait and
probably
see.
I just want to say one thing though that I do like. I know I was kind of venting, but like I do like that they tried to like have events that were Vegas specific, like the fountain shootout and the card thing, because like like everyone could have their own opinions about that, but like they tried to do something cool with the location that they were at, and I respect that like a lot. I think that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just mixed in
Yeah,
with like
for
the
sure.
other events. Like if they're gonna try new stuff, stick to like what works and what actually showcases the skills as well. Not just like Nick said, not just like the fountain thing is cool, but it's just you're standing there and you're just saucer passing it. Like we all do that in our driveways. And granted, I know they're NHL players. They're gonna make it look easy. It's cool. But
Yeah.
I want to see more of McDavid and Zegras and guys like
It just
that.
it didn't feel like a hockey event. It was
No.
just like, all right, put
Yeah.
it in these like, I don't know. It just
Yeah.
felt so gimmicky. And I was
Yeah.
like, all right,
Well,
well, what does this
look
even
where it
mean?
is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vegas is just a big gimmick.
You know what? Real quick though, guys, what was your favorite moment from that? And I want to go first. I
Okay.
think this underrated moment when Kaprizov had the Ovechkin tribute.
I did like
that. Was
that.
hilarious.
I did enjoy that.
That was hilarious.
That was cool.
Yes.
Just the way he skated, the yellow laces, everything about that. That was fantastic.
And he went righty. He went righty as a lefty.
And he went righty.
Yes.
Yeah.
And scored.
So, that was funny, yeah, because me and Mike are talking about that too, and the girl just like lowball scores him.
The Donahue
and we're
woman.
like, she clearly doesn't know that he's left-handed then, because
She gave him like a 4 or
it
something, and I'm
wasn't
like, I mean, it's not
entertaining shot,
yeah.
but still, it's like you're paying tribute. Everybody else is like, oh, give him an 8. That's Ovi's number. That's kind of cool. And then she's like, 6.
I'm not gonna lie, I watched that and I didn't even register that he was actually a lefty. So I was like, that was kind of I was like, that was kind of lame. Like, so I was like,
why do his hands look so bad?
Yeah, I was like, wait, Kaprizov, you're better than this. What are you? But that makes more sense now. Okay, yeah.
All right, Nick, I want to hear from you. Favorite moment.
Yeah, what was your favorite moment?
when Stamkos, they were talking to Stamkos when he was outside shooting at the cards,
Oh,
and he says something along the lines of like, "I just want to get this done. I've been in Florida for 8 years and I'm cold."
yeah.
Because apparently it was like a weirdly cold weekend in Vegas for
Must have
some
been
reason.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I saw some tweets about that.
yeah, and then so they were standing doing that card, the 21 and 22 thing, and they're all talking about how it's cold, and in the background there's like one of the Vegas girls with just like a bikini top on it. And I'm like, well, what about her? Jesus H.
Yeah.
She's gotta be dying.
Yeah.
Ben, what about you? What was your favorite part?
Easily Zegras.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was the best. It was the most star-like thing at the All-Star.
Yeah. He fucking stunted on everybody and somehow didn't win that. Like that was easily the best part of that. Yeah. I think. I don't know.
I saw it happen and I was like, well, what? I was like, did he what? But I'm pretty sure he could see through the blindfold. Doesn't matter. It was still sick.
The amount of like the control he had on that puck, I don't know how he did half that shit. Like with the blade just fucking like on the like,
lots of
I was
practice.
just like,
I don't know.
Because his spin was so fast. It's like most other guys,
and it was just stuck to the stick. Yeah, like I don't fucking.
And then he just fucking
brings it back,
flings it in
bottom
the net,
corner.
and we're like,
oh man!
I think me and Mike said, we were like, did that even go in? Then you're like, holy shit, that went in.
Yeah,
it was quite a thing. It was fucking sick.
I don't even care if he could like sort of kind of see through that blindfold. Like the shit he did would like,
regardless if you can or can't, like imagine putting
it's
that
gonna be
somewhat
like
obstructed, somewhat like that's pushing down on your eyelashes, so you want to fucking close your eyes anyway. So it's like,
yeah.
Mike.
Oh,
favorite moment?
My favorite moment was for the final of the what the fuck was the one out on the fountain?
Fountain shootout.
The fountain shootout. Yeah. My favorite was for the final. They let the first guy go, and nothing happened. He just went, and then when Werenski went, or whoever the fuck the second one was, Yossi maybe. They flew a drone into his face nearly while he was shooting to get a cool shot.
Oh no!
So that's
I didn't see that.
It didn't actually hit him, but like they didn't fly a drone anywhere while Werenski was doing his, and then Yossi starts, and they take this drone. They pick then to get this awesome shot, but it's like all right around him, like close to him, and it's like this has got to be messing with the guy. Like,
I
was like, that doesn't seem fair, but no, that wasn't actually my favorite part. But
I will say one annoying thing about it while you're thinking. The fucking puck shit that they had to just smack the top of the puck and light them up. I'm like, Jesus, just have pre-lit pucks. Don't make them slam these things because it's obviously fucking them up. Like this is dumb.
I just thought of an idea that I had and I was gonna bring it up and I didn't. My favorite part. I mean, it had to be Zegras. That was just too. It was too good. It was too sick.
Really fucking nice.
Like that's what we need more of in the All-Star game. But listen, so I turned on the All-Star game, and right before it was the Pro Bowl stuff, the like Pro Bowl skills stuff, and the last thing they did was dodgeball.
which nobody likes in football. They don't like these guys playing dodgeball because it's stupid. It doesn't have anything to do with
What about
football.
now? Listen, it would be fast, but what if we tried this? Foam pucks,
That'd be pretty
Dodgeball.
funny. That
Dodgeball
would be
with
funny.
foam
Dodge puck.
pucks.
That would be
Dodge puck.
funny. That would be a
That
lot
sounds-
of fun.
I could see. I could
One
see
year.
some guys getting into it.
1 year. Give us 1 year. Like you got it, but here's the thing: the ice is like perfectly set up for it because you can shoot those pucks faster than you can throw a ball. You have to be on. You have to shoot the puck from your blue line on your side. Like
Yeah,
think about that.
It's blue
damn.
line to blue
Yeah.
line, right?
I think
And
that could work. Like you can venture in, but you have to you can venture to the red line obviously to get pucks, but you can't shoot it until you're behind the blue line. I think
Mhm.
that could be fun. Then you'll have people waving at
That'd
it,
be
trying to
wild.
knock it out of the air before it hits them.
I could see a lot of NHLers actually getting into that.
That would be
too.
cool, dude.
Like, I think that'd be fun.
But
That'd be really fun.
with how
the
fast
problem
they
that
shoot
makes
it,
the NHL stuff so difficult too is like all of them lack personality
They
for
don't
the most
care,
part. Like,
dude.
none of them care. It's like these guys just don't.
Yeah.
They don't express like any energeticness to them at all, except for like a couple of them, right? So like, how do you get them amped up to do the most traditional fucking skills challenge, a slap shot? Like, how do you get them amped up to do that? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
Well, that's
All-Star
what-
Weekend's never been
Yeah.
great.
so I agree. That's a great idea. You should
Dodge puck.
write an
Dodge puck.
email to the NHL and tell them like
I'm doing
you
it.
need-
I'm doing
we
it.
need Dodge Puck.
write them a process
Everybody
document,
watch on Instagram right now. Dodge puck 2023.
write them a process, lay it out step by
I'm
step.
gonna do
be
it.
like,
I'm gonna
"This is
write
how
him a
you
rule
do it.
book too.
Go.
Yes, I'm doing that. But speaking of what you just said, Nick, that's what Danielle was saying when they were getting called out for the actual game. They're all like frowning. Like, are you not excited? Which obviously they aren't. But like, they got to do something to get people excited, like the players excited. Because if the players are excited, that'll lead on to the fans being excited to see the players excited, and then you'll have a better product. But I think
It's not been very good for a
Yeah.
while.
I think
don't know.
we've talked enough about the All-Star game for
Yes.
one evening. So let's move on. Tonight I'm wearing this. Yeah,
It's the Olympics.
USA.
that's right. All in honor of the Olympics that
I
started
think the
on Friday.
women's U.S. team has won a couple.
I believe
Oh,
they've
yeah.
won twice.
And same as Canada.
Same as
who they've
Canada.
Just shit kicked a couple teams.
Yeah,
The U.S. women I thought won 3 times. 2 of
They
them were
might have.
shutouts.
that
Two
sounds
percent.
right.
Yeah.
I haven't been
The
paying
men's
too close attention.
tournament hasn't started yet.
No.
So I think they start after.
Mhm.
I think they get through one first, or they might like overlap slightly. But
The men's, I know it's definitely not started, but yeah. So my question for all of you is, other than hockey, obviously being the main one that is, the sport that we love, what's everyone tuning into?
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched too much yet. I've watched a bit of skiing. I do love speed skating. Speed skating is always
Really?
a fun time. I always enjoy it.
That's one that I've not watched a lot of in the past.
It's cool.
Apollo Ono.
I
Yeah,
do know
I
that
name.
used to love Apollo. Yeah.
I do know that name.
It's just fun. I don't know. The especially short track can get kind of insane with the crashes they have sometimes. But I don't know. With the Olympics, I just kind of watch whatever's on. I don't give a
Same.
fuck. I like watching
Same.
whatever.
Yep, same.
I want to see the snowboarding stuff, slope style.
Oh, the slope
Snowboarding's
style.
always so much fun.
Slope
because
style
I
is
want to
epic.
see Sean White go up against Mark McMorris because
Oh
they're the
wait,
2 best in the world, and
in the half
it's
pipe,
either one or the other.
I would say, yeah, he usually does half pipe, right?
old
Didn't he win?
ass
Yeah.
Sean White, 35 years
Yeah,
old.
So, fun fact on Sean White: Sean White developed his own snowboard brand.
That
I
makes
think.
sense.
is
Yeah,
what
I'm
he
not
said.
surprised.
And he's debuting his board.
Oh, all right.
That's really cool.
You could buy it now for the low price of your house.
It's a lot of money.
Multiple
Your
thousands of
house.
dollars.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is kind of cool. What are you, Eric?
So,
what are you tuning into?
so I'm going to be honest. I was just thinking, you know what I was thinking, guys? When you guys came down here for the first time, we just had the Olympics
Is
on.
anything? Yeah.
We watched a lot of Summer
was so much
Olympics.
fun and
It was a
exactly
great
like-
time. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and like that's exactly what my house is like during the Olympics. They're just on, so just like you, Ben, I just kind of watch a bit of everything. I think speed skating is something I'd really want to tune into as well. But I'm always infatuated by curling.
Dude, I
Every
was
year.
gonna
It's just so
say,
much fun to
Curling's
watch.
fun,
It's just so
yeah.
much fun to watch. I don't know. There's just something about it.
I like that they
It's
yell
really
at each other.
satisfying. Yeah.
Scrub.
Yeah.
I watched a TikTok.
They're so
of-
intense, man.
It was U.S. against somebody, and they needed to land it in the center, and they had to thread this little needle. And
Yep.
she's just like so focused pushing that thing down, and then she's like screaming at her scrubber guy. I'm like, this is intense shit.
Yeah.
Got it.
Uh,
Yeah.
Dude, we are 4 people, guys. U.S. curling team. Come on,
Oh God.
we can
do
do it. Nick, you're the main
I need
scrubber
some
man.
practice.
You're the scrubberman. Eric, you're gonna be the rock tosser.
Oh.
I'll be the
Okay.
screamer.
I feel like I
Oh,
could do a nice. I don't know.
You and Ben take turns.
the one time
Ben's
I've
fucking Canadian. He can do
Ben's
that
already
shit.
played. Ben's actually played it.
I've tried once and it did not go well.
So
but I
is it-
also didn't have the shoes because, like,
Yeah.
actual curling shoes, you get one grippy one.
Hmm. That's what I thought. That's
Um,
what I thought.
So I was just trying it in like winter boots, and I was fucking slip sliding all fucking over
no.
the place.
Dang.
It wasn't good.
Is it like
uh,
the ice is like bumpy, right?
Well, that's also part. Yes, in a proper curling rink, it is. I was just playing it
Oh.
on an ice rink.
Oh,
So every
okay.
time I try to come out of a slide, I was fucking going all over the place
Interesting.
because it was just an ice rink and I was wearing winter boots. Like it wasn't ideal, but yeah,
Yeah, dude.
that is something I would love to try. but, like,
2026, boys.
I don't know where,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Start training.
where do you go to train? Like, there's no curling rinks
Canada.
around me.
Where you go to train, guys? Lake Placid. Come on.
Wait.
There's got to be some
They
kind of
must
Winter
curling.
have-
Olympics were there.
Yeah,
they
There's
gotta
gotta
have
be
something.
there's got to be some kind of
Oh
curling
wow.
right there.
Good thought. Good thinking. Good thinking.
I'm jealous. You guys are close to there.
You know
I
that
don't know what
summer-
about like the access to it though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I
summer
doubt it's been.
2028 Olympics are in LA.
Well, we
believe
can't
it
curl
would've
in the
thought.
summer though.
You know, we
I
could
know,
do
I'm
that.
just saying.
Beach volleyball team.
It'll be the first time
Ooh,
we're back in the
nice.
States in a long time.
True
I
that.
am
Yeah.
garbo at volleyball. I'm terrible at volleyball.
Me too. Yes. You know why? I'm bad at volleyball because it hurts my fucking arms when the ball slaps.
I
on
just have no hand-eye coordination. So,
Okay, beach
there's that.
volleyball is not happening. Never mind.
Yeah.
Also,
I need a hockey stick to have a semblance of it, but even then it's like
it's like it's kind of there.
it's there
Um,
sometimes.
Yeah. I also curling has been, but it's
Curling
also
is-
because that's what's been showing on cable the most.
Okay.
Because I think that gets done in the first few days.
Mhm.
So I've been watching a lot of curling. It's quite fun to see that.
My thing is I just watch whatever's on the main NBC broadcast because that's all I have. I just literally just
Yeah.
have an antenna in my living room. So yeah.
We're lucky. We're here until just after the end. Actually, we might be here until like the closing ceremonies. Like we'll probably leave right after the closing ceremonies. This apartment. So we.
I
Still
mean,
have
we could
cable.
all just solve our problem. Like, I imagine Peacock has a like 1 month
yeah.
free kind of thing. You could just do it for
We could.
this
Mhm.
and then cancel it, but I haven't done that yet.
Yeah. But yeah, so I've been enjoying curling, and I'm very excited as usual for the slope style, the ski and snowboard slope style events.
That's always a really
very
good
cool.
time. Yeah.
Yep. We did see when we were watching, me and Nick, Saturday morning, we did see someone eat some snow. Which was unfortunate, but it wasn't like too bad of a fall. It was just a little one.
I will
Yeah.
say
You never like to see him fall, but also I like to see him
Yeah, I
fall.
was gonna say, Nick, what? He's like, I like to see him fall. And I'm like, what is wrong with you?
I will say I am rooting hard for men's team Canada just because of Eric Stahl and David Desharnais. Like just
Yeah.
purely because of those two. I'm just like, fuck yeah, go for it. I
Which
want
is,
it.
you say that. Me and Mike looked at the U.S. roster, and
Jake
aside
Sanderson.
from Jake Sanderson, there's nobody else of any notoriety on that team. I'm like, I've never heard of any of these guys.
I bet they are after this though.
Yeah.
And like they don't have any old veterans going either.
No.
Like, I don't know.
I was thinking about that. I was like, what? Because Nick asked, like, is there any like old people, like just retired people that could play? And I was like Patrick Sharp maybe, but is he Canadian?
I don't know.
I don't even know.
Patrick Sharp just got hired by the Blackhawks.
I couldn't think of any. Yeah, that's not a good look.
Yeah, he's not. It's like I don't know if he got hired. He's like they brought him on for the GM search. Like him and Hossa were both brought on as like a committee, part of a committee to look for.
Like a hiring
GM.
committee. Okay.
Yeah,
that makes sense. But yeah. So here's the question for everyone. A question that Danielle posed to me today, in concerning the Olympics. Other than hockey, what sport would you most want to go for in the Olympics? Other than hockey. I say other than hockey because obviously we're all picking hockey.
yeah.
But like other
I
than
have
that,
one.
what
I
do
have
you
one
got?
right off the bat. That ski jump thing where you just go down and just fly off.
Ooh,
that
ski
would
jump?
be fun.
The
That
long
makes
jump.
me sick.
That'd be fun.
If I could tell people that I do that, they'd be like, "No," and I just throw them like a video. Yeah, this is me. They'd
This
be
is
like
me flying through the air.
flying through the air. That'd be.
I can tell you what I wouldn't want to go for: luge, because that shit looks.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
none of that. None of
No.
that.
Yeah, screw that.
None of any of the sled related. Although bobsled, like you at least got the big ass shell around you. With luge and skeleton, I'm like, how do you do this?
We saw a crash,
How
a few
do
crashes.
You do this? Yeah,
They seemed okay afterwards, but like, no thanks, man.
I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably just train the hell up and go for curling because I feel like I could. I feel like given enough time, I could probably get okay at that.
I want to do the cross country skiing thing that you shoot. As well.
Biathlon.
Hey, but cross country skiing fucking sucks.
You better train your
It's
lungs and
so
heart
much
there, buddy.
work. Like your legs, it's like I've done it a couple times and it's never been good.
That shit's probably harder than swimming.
Sure.
Because it's so much effort to go so slow. Like
Yeah.
you're not moving, especially when you get to uphill portions of the course.
Yeah,
Like
it's
Step.
yeah.
although like it's a lot of it is kind of a lot of the same kind of leg movements as skating. So
Yeah, it's similar.
Maybe.
It's similar, but the
exertion is so much worse.
you got to work so much harder to go
Yeah.
as fast as they go.
I feel like
It's
skating up like an icy hill would be way better than trying to
Yes.
cross country ski up like a snowy hill.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
You can just do crossovers up the whole way.
Yeah, because like if you dig enough in, your edges do the work for you, really.
Yeah. So what do we got? Eric's going for what'd you say?
Ski jump? I don't know.
Ski
what you
jump,
call it.
yeah.
Long jump.
Yeah.
I said curling.
Curling, and we got a biathlete up there.
What about you, Michael?
I think I would try for the ski slope style because it looks
Slope
fun as
Nice.
shit.
Nice.
I would just break so many parts of my body.
I would on my way to the Olympics. I would break a bunch of bones and then get the
By the
gear.
time you get to the Olympics, you're like, all right, I know my shit.
The other event that would break a bunch
Yep.
of bones is moguls. Imagine hitting those.
Oh,
Dude.
fuck that.
Boom,
I'm
boom.
not doing
Do you guys
that.
see
You
that?
break your back.
They show it in slow motion and it's just boom, 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 boom. Like your
My
knees got to be
knees would
dead.
Can you imagine
immediately
the
pop.
impact?
Like
Like how much impact that is on your knees and lower back? That's got.
I don't like
It's
moguls
bad,
and
dude.
Titus. Like I'm not I'm not going anywhere near that shit.
Yeah, I know.
Just before this podcast, that's actually what was on in my house.
Oh,
the
yeah?
moguls. Yeah, it was just like, yeah, it was crazy. I think a woman on Team USA medal she placed on the podium. I don't know where, but she placed on the podium. So let's go.
That was my dad's thing back in the day, and God bless
The moguls?
yeah, I don't know. My knees, like,
It hurts
I've
my
been
knees to
very
watch
out
it.
of shape the last couple of years. Like, no,
Yeah.
I ain't doing moguls.
Yeah, no.
Sorry, Mike.
No,
ahead.
go.
Real quick, I know I said ski jump.
Oh, he's
From a
changing.
skating standpoint, if I could speed skate, that would be so
Ooh.
freaking cool.
I could train for that
because
for a while, yeah, that'd be fun.
there's rollerblade speed skating, and I would just do that year round.
You guys would wear the skin tight onesies?
Yeah, I'd wear it. They're
I
cool.
mean, in this hypothetical scenario, I'm getting prepped for the Olympics. I'm going to be in shape, so sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Dude, imagine imagine you do the speed skating, you're gonna have a donk on you. Oh dear.
Skating asses really are the superior asses.
Yeah,
That
true that,
is
dude.
true.
Yeah.
Do that. All right.
So, listeners, if you need a reason to skate, there it is.
Do you
Yeah,
want a free Brazilian butt lift? Just start skating.
A lot.
A lot. It will take a lot longer, but it's free.
That's a weird segue to go into this, but listeners, if you have any, what's your selections? What would you want to go to the Olympics for? Would you like to get a big badonkadonk and go skate?
And with that, could we take a break?
Yes, we can take a break. Ben's going to order his speed skates online. All right, welcome back, everybody. Before we get into our team talk, I just want to remind everybody, if you're enjoying the show, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share it with a friend. Now, moving on, gentlemen. Who wants to go first? There's been not much because I think there were games up until Wednesday this week, but then after that, it got cut off for the All-Star break.
I'll go first because it's literally nothing.
Oh, there we
the
go.
Habs have not played since last Sunday.
All right, there it is.
So
I'll go second.
the one other thing I was going to add was Kent Hughes did an interview with Arpon Basu and Marc-Antoine Gaudin of The Athletic, and just it kind of gave a little bit more insight into sort of how he's going to run things. And it all seemed super positive. Like everything I heard from him, I liked. Basically was just kind of like, I don't necessarily know. We're not going to go like full teardown, because as iffy as the Habs have been this year, like they do have a few pieces there that are like, yeah, there's some stuff you can work with here. Essentially said they're still kind of working out what they're going to do for trade deadline, but like if they can get pieces for good deals, they're going to do it. Like, I don't know. There's not a lot to say, but everything I heard, I liked. But we're kind of still at the same spot because they still haven't done anything.
All right, then.
So there's literally nothing has happened for the Habs since the last podcast.
Yep. And
So-
don't you worry, ladies and gentlemen. There will be more to talk about in the very near future because the trade deadline will be coming up. So we'll be talking about
This is
possible trade outs or trade ins.
This is true.
So yeah, we'll get to talk about all that kind of fun stuff in the future. But Nick, you said you wanted to go next. What's up with the Senators? Did
I'll
they
be
play?
fairly quick. They played 2 games last week.
Oh.
They played Monday against Edmonton. Matt Murray got another W.
Oh,
Good for you.
Nice.
He's
looking
coming
like
on.
He's coming back
He's
into
coming
form.
on.
They beat Edmonton 3-2. He had a shutout 2 weeks ago. He won that game. And then they played Forsberg against the Islanders.
In
They
UBS.
lost.
Eric was there.
Can I just say in Forsberg's defense, he played very well from what I saw when he was there. He just had no goal support or defensive support. Like,
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep. No, but just to reassure you on the goalie side of things.
Why can't Thomas Chabot played 60 minutes?
Yeah.
He was incredible. Oh my god, watching him skate, guy's super talented.
But the Senators have got themselves a tough week coming up. They play Jersey on Monday, Carolina on Tuesday, Pittsburgh on Thursday,
Oh,
Boston on
dear.
Saturday, and
Oh,
Washington
dear.
on Sunday. They got
Oh.
5 games next week.
Wow, they have 2
Oh.
back-to-backs.
Between now and when we record next time, they will play 5 games, and that's in 7 days.
Yikes.
I feel like that's going to be a common theme for Canadian teams.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Coming up.
I think you can look ahead at anybody's schedule really with
Mm-hmm.
everybody who's got COVID impacts, like especially Canadian teams. Like I'm looking at the Senators schedule for this February and then March. March they're like on off. They have no, aside from like late March, they don't have any like 2 days off in a row,
Multi-day
really.
breaks. Yeah.
They got one in February, but that's it. And then they're full tilt like every other day. Their April schedule looks like shit though. That's gonna suck. Even and they're out of the hunt in April, so like they still gotta grind these fucking.
The games are going to
Coming
mean
in.
basically nothing for them. Yeah.
18 games in April. So
Jesus.
yeah,
Yikes.
A lot of games.
Holy.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
They have 18 games in April?
let me count again. I did that quick.
It was a speed count.
Or is April getting? Are they
16.
getting done? They're still getting done way later this year than I think.
I think they're gonna
normally
get
do
done
that.
in late April as opposed to mid or whatever.
So
you
the
know.
Senators
like they're
last
usually
game,
starting playoffs by like mid-April and
the
like a
last
normal.
Senators game of the season is April 29th. They have
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's the
okay.
very last.
Yeah, so they're getting done late. Okay.
Dang, man. Well,
Yeah.
you'll have
So there's that,
plenty of hockey to watch.
But yeah, the only good thing to say is that Matt Murray looks like he's coming back into form. Hopefully next year he's back to his old self, and they get on the train, hop on the crazy train for next season.
Yeah. And you guys can get some help on D.
Mm.
We will take
Chara.
we will
Bridge-
take your boy Serg. Would you like
No.
Why?
We
What'd
want
they do?
literally nothing. We want nothing from you. Your boy
What's about
Serg.
Brady Kachuk.
I had no fuck that guy. You know what? We'll take Mr.
Tom Shabbat?
Batherson. Take Batherson.
No,
You like Batherson? Norris? Josh Norris?
no.
Stutzel?
They are going to be in a position where these younger guys like Norris, I think, is coming up on a contract soon. So like, are they
Maybe
going to
some
start
signings.
paying these guys, or are they going to let them walk? Which
See, that's
The
the
last
thing.
time this happened, they let them all go.
right.
So you see, that's the thing. You don't want to let them all go, but a lot of them are going to point at Brady Kachuk, who they are outscoring, and are going to be like,
You paid him this.
"My turn."
Right. So thankfully for them, they have Shabbat Colin White, who hasn't played a game this season, and
Is he hurt?
Kachuk signed. So they got to figure out their Batherson situation and then their Norris situation.
And then I think
not gonna be
a
cheap.
year later should be Stutzla up,
Yes.
because that'll be the end of his ELC.
Which he hasn't
But he'll
been
be an
overly
RFA, so.
impressive this season, but he's also playing like third line minutes. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, keep him there. Like,
yeah.
what is he?
Depresses
19?
value.
Is he 19?
Yeah, I agree.
He's got time.
Tyler Ennis is making a resurgence.
Tyler
Oh,
Ennis
yeah,
is
right?
popping the fuck off. That's for sure.
The Hattie, and then who was the goalie? Threw the hat on for him. Whoever the backup goalie, didn't he get a hat trick? And then like whoever the
Forsberg. Yeah, Forsberg.
Oh,
I
it was
missed
Forsberg,
that, so
okay.
I don't know.
It was
there was
Forsberg.
they
It was
played
Forsberg.
in Ottawa, so no one was there, and so the
Mhm.
backup goalie took his hat off and woo.
That's kind of great. That's kind of great. I missed that.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's
I
it
mean,
for the Senators.
well,
On to somebody else.
It seems like we say it every time, but it seems like they're where they're supposed to be.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Now, in 2
Hmm.
years, if they're still doing this,
That'll be a problem.
yes.
Right.
I'll go next. I always end off. I don't want to end off this week.
Yeah, I'll end
Um,
off this week.
Yeah, you have the most exciting thing to talk about. We already talked about it, but so the Lightning had one game Tuesday. They played San Jose, beat them 3-2 in OT. Trying to remember. I don't even know if I watched this game. I can't even remember. I don't think I did. But I mean, they're winning, so it's like whatever. Cooch was out, COVID protocol once again.
Mm.
Actually, I think this is the first time he's been out for that, but not the first time the Lightning haven't had him. So it was all regular stuff, and then Hedman, Stammer, and Vasi were obviously at the All-Star game, and then Hedman won the fastest shot, and Vasilevsky won the save streak. So that's it.
Vasilevsky and Campbell together.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, that's 2 of the 3 top goalies in the league, like save percentage wise, like stats wise right now. And I was like, and they're both in the Atlantic Division.
Did Suzuki do anything, and did anybody watch the actual All-Star games?
He was
I
in
knew
the
he was on
All-Star
a
game.
line with Kachuk.
He played
in
with
the
Stamkos.
actual- Did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh my god, dude, Kachuk. Oh,
was he not very good?
no. He looked awful. I'm like, wow. Like there were multiple
Really?
multiple
Interesting.
times, like you know how people are going around slow, and then they're like, they'll do like saucer passes to open ice to hit one of their
Yeah.
teammates, and he was like doing that, but he wasn't saucing it. So he was like pass right into the other team's stick. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Oof.
But I don't know, he didn't look great, but it's All-Star game.
He
Who cares?
sucks.
Who cares?
Boo, you suck.
I wouldn't say that about your captain, Nick.
That's your guy, my guy.
He's not my captain.
I mean, he is.
Yes, for
kinda
now,
is.
mother licker. But yeah, that's all I got for the Lightning. I think Kucherov will be back when they play Thursday against Colorado. So
Yeah, I mean, none of us have really had much to talk about because
Yeah.
nothing's happened.
Yeah,
Mike, I have a question to ask you. Actually,
Yeah.
how did you feel about Chris Kreider doing the cooch on Vasilevsky?
Oh, I was at the same time. I was both embarrassed and was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
And then I
He's
saw
been having a hell of a year,
Kreider?
unfortunately.
Yeah.
dude.
Popping off.
Who would have thought that he would be the leading goal scorer in the league?
He's doping.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, he's
He's doping.
I agree. Somebody check his piss.
All right, this is the perfect segue. I'll talk about my team. Let's see, the Rangers.
The Islanders. What?
No.
Heresy.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, the Rangers will not be my team, but they are doing good this year. I will give credit where credit is due.
They are having a hell of a year.
The Islanders played 2 games. I was at one of them. It was sweet because they won a game. I listen again, Nick. It was against Ottawa. They won a game. The Islanders. I don't know how many times this year they've scored 4 goals.
Oh,
Probably only like
not
3
very
or
many,
4.
and I haven't
So
even
I
watched.
was in person to watch them score 4 goals. 4 different goal scorers, guys. Matt Barzal,
Nice.
Bavillier, Wallstrom, and to end things off, Adam Pelech sneaking in from the point with a backhand.
All-star Adam Pelech.
Yes, all-star Adam Pelech.
Absolutely.
It was a great time. And then the Islanders did something historical the next night. They played the Seattle Kraken, and the Seattle Kraken now have their first shutout in franchise history because the Islanders offense cannot score goals against Philip Grubauer.
That game I did
Yay.
watch. Oh, that's what I wanted to yell about. I mean,
Oh,
I
what?
want to yell about most things, but okay. So do you remember, Eric? A few episodes ago, I was talking crap about MSG's broadcasters not
Yes.
knowing their shit.
Yeah.
So I'm watching the Isles game, and they called Jared McCann Jordan McCann.
Wasn't it ESPN though?
No, well, I didn't watch on ESPN. Because I'm in
Oh.
New York, so I had to watch the MSG. I was watching the MSG
Oh.
feed. They said Jordan
Was it
McCann.
Jordan McCann, that's
Was it-
rough.
Was it Brendan and Butch?
I have no idea. It might have not
Hmm.
been them. It might
was
not have been the
say-
normal guys. It might have been some different
Okay.
guys. I don't
remember
know.
putting the story of
Oh.
that game on a newspaper page, and I put it was like a sad photo of Semyon Varlamov. Like Semyon Varlamov was in focus, and then out of focus was all of Seattle players celebrating.
Nice
Okay,
picture.
so no, Mike. So they did a weird special thing where they had an old Islanders announcer come on and do that game, and he hasn't done it in 30
Oh,
years. That's
okay.
why it was probably
Okay.
yeah. That's not the normal.
All right,
MSG
I'll
group.
give him a pass.
That's not the normal. Also, it is one name. It happens sometimes.
No, I know,
I'm
but
biased.
it's just
It's pretty- yeah,
it's a bit of
yeah.
a pattern.
yeah. No, that's you're right. You're right.
No, I'm sure. No, shit happens.
Yeah. So Ben, speaking of Varlamov, so I do want to talk about that because that's important. Semyon Varlamov.
He's
this
having
man,
a time.
he plays decent, and whenever he plays, the Islanders just cannot score goals. Like, it's just so frustrating. He's just having an season, and I just feel really bad. It's just it's kind of rough right now. But
He's getting traded.
Yeah, that's
the
one of
thing,
the
right? No, but like
one of the guys
that's the
we're gonna be
thing,
talking
right?
about.
It's like at the trade deadline, like I want him
His
to have
trade
like
value's kinda low
something
right now.
something to be excited. Yeah, like something to be excited for. Sorry, I'm looking up his. I want to see how many wins he has. Oh, okay. So this year, he is 3-9. This year,
Oh,
and his goals against are 2.57. His save percentage is .916. That's okay considering
that's
that
fine.
record, and that just shows like he loses games where he lets in 2 goals.
Yeah.
it's just
And it's
no
just,
goal support.
Yeah, so So he's a player. I just feel. And again, right? He's in against Seattle. It's like you're like, oh, it's Seattle. Defensively, they haven't really gotten it together yet. And then
they did for that one game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
And like obviously that Jared McCann line is having a great year in Seattle, all things considered. So they're the ones to finally come through.
I know Toronto kind of meant to do it, but like they literally acquired Jared McCann and then immediately lost him to Seattle, and he's been fucking fantastic for Seattle. But I mean, they've also been doing fine, so I guess.
Yeah.
And his line mate with the assist on the game-winning goal, Jordan Eberle. That was the best part of that.
Back home. He was that was in the island, right? Or on the island?
Yes, and that was the nice thing they did. That game have a nice tribute for Jordan Eberle. I think it's on Twitter somewhere, or probably YouTube if you guys want to look it up. It was really nice. Isles faithful loves Eberle.
Yep.
He is always welcome back. Please come back.
I didn't realize.
When's his contract up?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Also, to be fair, at that point, like I don't think we'd want him back. Realistically, like he's not.
Yeah.
The Islanders need to have some young guys coming in.
True. I didn't realize he's been in the league as long because they were talking about it on the broadcast, and actually for the All-Star game they could have been totally wrong, but they said it had been 10 years since his first All-Star game appearance. Is that true?
Insane. Yes.
Yeah, because he was in one of those games
like early on.
It was with Edmonton when it was one of those the player draft games where.
So it would have been 2012.
He wore like the blue jersey in either 2011 or 2012, if I remember correctly.
It was 10 years. Would have been 2012. So Ottawa. I think that was Ottawa.
Yeah, something like that. Because I saw the picture this weekend. It was the blue jersey from one of those games. Because they had the same two jerseys for 2 games in a row. It was like a red and white one, and a dark blue and like white one. Yeah. Yeah,
dude, that's nuts.
Yeah, so the Islanders 2 games. Let's see here. They have a kind of a tough end of the season. What do they have coming up this week? Canada, Vancouver, Edmonton, and Calgary. That's who they play.
Western Canadian road trip.
Western trip. Yep. So Let's see what they do there. And again, at this point, I think they have 6% chance of making the playoffs at this point. Like you just can't. They're so far back, and they're in such a tough division.
How many games in hand do they have, though?
That's a good question. So let's see. Just out of curiosity, so they have 8 games in hand on Washington, who's in 4th in the Metro, and Washington has 59 points. Washington has 59 points. The Islanders have 38.
So even if they won all of those games, that still doesn't make the difference.
5 points back. Yeah.
Basically, if they were going to do something, they would have been doing that thing already. And at the same time, like, originally it was like the St. Louis Blues after the All-Star break, they just got it done.
I mean, who knows? Like, anything can happen, but that's not great odds.
Not promising.
Not great odds. But just so you guys know. And they are ahead of Philly and New Jersey, which, thank God. I think you should be ahead of Philly and New Jersey.
Yeah, with the way they're going this year, you should be.
Yeah, so that's all I got on the Isles.
All right then. I mean, we can do. We haven't done this in a couple weeks. We'll just talk about the fantasy for half a second.
I'm still.
Oh my God! Yeah, you guys are still doing that.
I'm
still in second.
I'm in 5th. I'm still in 5th.
Okay.
And only get this, gentlemen. I forgot to set my fucking lineup Monday, and what do I miss out on? Sam Reinhart hat trick, Austin Matthews hat trick, John Gibson 30-something save win. I missed out on 70 points.
I missed out on 50 because I sat Panarin that night because I thought that Calgary had an easier matchup because they were playing the Sabres. So I sat Panarin. He had a goal and 2 assists. So he had a bunch of points. And I played Markstrom and Jack Campbell. And I had Kemper and Leonard on my bench. Leonard had like 35 points. And he didn't even get a shutout. That was that many shots he had on him. And
Dang.
I was like,
Hell,
fuck.
Vegas.
And I looked at I was like, I missed out on like 50, 60 points because I put the wrong fucking players in. Like, but that sucks even more. You forgot to set your lineup. And
No,
you lost out on those.
I think it's worse to set your lineup and then miss out on those points. Like, I just had a new move. You made those decisions, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, I consciously had to make a decision on who I was putting in that game, and I was like, you know what, Panarin, I don't think you're gonna have a good night. Wrong.
Yeah.
I
think Ben's admitted.
So
I think Ben might have admitted. Ben
I'm
submitted.
still like half trying. I don't know.
He won't give up yet, though. I've tried to.
Yeah, because you tried to give me a fucking shitty ass trade for Leon Draisaitl, and no, I'm not going to gift you Leon Draisaitl. I'm not.
You fucking gave Mike 2 guys last year.
Yeah, but that wasn't him giving up. That was just a bad trade.
No, that was just me being dumb. But yeah,
That was just me being.
Yeah, it's not going great for Benny or me, really. I don't know if I can. I think the best I can do at this point is 3rd, but I got to get real lucky to get 3rd.
I'm in 8th.
And then Ben's in 8th, of course.
Yeah, it's not going great, but who knows? I'm gonna try
Eric,
to make some leaps. I don't know.
Maybe next year, Eric, you can join us in this.
Next year when Rick's not in school, hell yeah.
Yeah,
unless he says no.
No, I should. You're right.
I need to have a better year next go around. I don't know what I'm doing, but
yeah.
And Danielle still continues to hold down the lead.
Yep, Danielle continues to hold down the lead.
With our draft next year, you should probably do the positioning, but don't do snake.
We didn't do snake this year.
You do an actual snake.
I figured it out.
We did snake this year.
We didn't.
Not this year. Not this year.
He set it so that the loser of last season got the first pick in each round.
I definitely got 2 picks in a row at some point.
You definitely
didn't because that's not how it was set up.
Well, the good news is no, they didn't because there's no snake draft, and I can tell you that there's video proof on the channel.
I thought for sure that happened.
I'll go back and look, but it shouldn't have. If it did, that was a mistake.
No, it definitely didn't because you had so long in between picks because it's like I pick and then you wait.
The
for
only
the rest
time
of
you have.
No,
he's
right. It was set up. Mike's right.
Anyway,
we can get. Well, I'll prove it to you after the show, gentlemen.
Here, it's right here.
Anyway.
Well, no, I'm not putting it in this. No. But yeah, so I think that's gonna end off this week's episode. Obviously, once again, no episode next week. But if probably a month or so later, there should be a sweet little vlog, and maybe a week or so later, a little short video, a little personality snapshot, if you will, of all of us. All on the lake. Be quite a thing.
Oh, boy.
Be quite a thing. But look forward to that. Please, once again, like this show if you liked it. Subscribe if you would like to see more. And share it with all your friends and family.
Leave a comment.
Leave a nice comment for us. And as always, have a good week.